Assalamualaikum and very good evening. Today my team are going to present about OSLP, which is online sign learning or online sign language for preschool. But before we start our presentation, that I introduce my team members first. We start with Vishwarina Vaino, Vainur Atika is me, and then my friend Maharas, and then the last one is Ahmad Zuhilmi. Next, in the problem statement, why we propose this application is because there is limited online sign language application out there for students to study and do revision for online for sign language. Second, student hard to practice the sign language at home. And third, no proper platform for students to know their performance in sign language. And the purpose of this OSLP is to provide revision modules to students. Second, allow students to take sign language test within the time given. We capture the sign given by the students and verify whether it is correct or not. And the third one is this system will save all the students' result so that they can view and see their performance in future. Next, I pass my presentation to my friends.
Thank you, Ika. So these are the use cases in our system. First, the user have to register as a user, and then they have to log in whenever they want to take the test. And we also provide the revision module for the users to do revision before taking the online test. So after doing the revision, the user can take the online test, and after that can view the result of their tests. So let me show the main part next. Main function of the app, which is the online test part. This is where the sign language recognition model comes in. So first the user have to choose the module, whether they are going to take the alphabet part or the numbers part. And once they have chosen the module, the system will display them the question. This question will be displayed within the time limit. If they manage to take the test within the time, the result will be saved. Or if it is exceeded, it will stop there and the result will be saved too. And what happens inside the online, what the test part is, the user have to show their sign language. If the question asks to show the alphabet V, then the user have to show V. And the model will recognize and save it. If the right answer, then it will save it as a right answer. Or if it's wrong, and then it will be saved as wrong answer. And later on, the answers will be calculated. The marks will be calculated and will be saved. So for this part, this is where we are using the real time for recognizing the sign language part. Okay, and I'll pass the presentation to Zoe.
Okay, for the next part is the main class diagram for the system. So basically, what we're using here is the MVC, which stands for Model View Controller diagram. So in this diagram, we can see that it has been divided into three parts, which is model, view, and controller. So in the register boundary, we can see that the user can get their detail to the register controller. Next is the login, where in this boundary they use to log in their account, and the next is they will redirect to the home page. For the next revision, where they can display the module before they taking the test. So for the next part is the online test UI. This is where the real-time system, or what we say as functionality, works. This is where we can the user, the student can detect the sign of their hand to get the answer, and the answer will be saved in the result model. And last part is the result UI, where they can display the result of the test. So moving on to the next. So this is the interface, the CSC interface, where we divide into three parts. Like I mentioned before, we have used the MVC diagram to all the what we call as user interface, register controller and the model has been divided into three parts, and this is the arrow show that where they are linked to each other. So next. So this is the component diagram for the our system. So the OSLP stand for online sign language. So this is where the arrow show where at the first we can see that the user first, if they didn't have the account, they must register it first. It connect with the user register component, and if they have eradicated the account, they will pass to the user management, where this is where they hold the what we call as the user details. And next, after the user management part is done, they will go to the show revision module, where this part, like I mentioned, they will uh, get the module. They will get the module before they taking the test. And test controller is, like Rina mentioned, as is holding the part for the to taking the test. This is where the real-time functionality works here. And next is, after taking the test, the system will display the result in the result package diagram. So next. Okay, next I will pass to my friend Mawas.
Thank you, Zul. Now I'll present about the on the U and the GUI graphical user interface of a system before being developed. So basically, what you can see from the screen is that the first phase is for the student to register into the system. The student can key in their student ID, their name, and their password, and then they will register. After register, then they can log into using their details. Which, if they log in, they can get access to the system, which they can view, they can take tests, revise, and also view their results from the. But first, after if they log in, they will be directed to the homepage, which they will get the chance to register, and sorry, get the chance to take the test, and also to revise, and also to see the result of the test, which is about the sign language. Next. Basically, this is how the homepage looks like. The welcome page, homepage. Is the next one is the sign language, which teaches the students how they approach, how it is, which is the revision. And also next, after the student take the test, it will appear, and also it will detect them. They will, since it's a sign, they will be using their hands. Each which any moves they did with their hand, it will shows the result, and that will be accurate. So from there, they will get their result, and also to see how to improve in the near future, how they will, how, since as a maybe first into the system, they might not get well exposed to the system. Maybe later on, since that is why we even include revision, because sometimes students might not adopt to the system the first time entering into the system, because they are not familiar with it. So if they took the revision first, later on they did this test, everything will be good, and they will get a high score. Next. So, in conclusion, what I will say is that OSL can help the preschool student to do revision and test for sign language. The preschool student can do their revision even at home, no limited time to study. So it's really easy, and also it will help them to get used to. It will, like everything like that deals with, since it's their own human body, they're using it, and also to learn. So that's really a very good, and also it's really good approach, which they will see it as not only line approach, but they will also see it as a form of like playing. They will just be doing playing with their hands in the screen, and also they'll be getting the results. That will really help, and also it will also boost their memory on in terms of thinking skills, and also how to understand other things, and also how to get used to the computers. That's also. Now we are going to move on to demo, which is going to be presented by our friend Rina. Thank you.
We managed to do until this part only, creating the sign language module, and it's not somehow very accurate, but we tried to get it accurate. We couldn't manage to complete the whole software, but we could manage to do this part. So here is the detecting part.
So that's all from us. This is end of